Micky Ward is 31 years old. He's here because he needs the money.
Look at the size of that guy. He's got 20 pounds on me, Dickie.
You don't fight, nobody gets paid.
When I think of memorable boxing movies, you know, it's always the compelling story between the fights that make those movies great. This is a great movie.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What was it about Micky's story that spoke to you?
Just everything that he had to go through and overcome, the struggles that they faced on a daily basis. You know, boxing really is just a backdrop for this family drama about two brothers, their struggle, the relationships between their mom, their sisters, the love of his life, Charlene.
This film has so much more to offer. It's there is the fighting element, and it's done super realistically, but there's also there's the story of the family. There's a love story. It's funny. I mean, Christian's hilarious in this. The dynamic between the sisters and Charlene is very funny. I think there's a lot of truth in this film, and so that's going to resonate and bring drama and comedy. You
know, Micky was never the best boxer in the world. He just had more heart than most guys and was able to accomplish the impossible. But the story is about their struggle.
You ready for a title shot? Not a stepping stone anymore.
I'm watching these fight scenes, and you're getting your ass kicked a little bit there, man. You know, did you feel that that was the way to shoot those scenes, to be as authentic as possible, to get in there and really mix it up?
There was only one way to do it, in my opinion. I mean, it all had been done before. How do you do something different? You got to go in there and make it real, you know? We shot it the way you would watch any fight on HBO, and we hired real boxers and went in there and we really boxed. What about my brother? He's taught me everything I know. I can't do it without him.
With all due respect, he's too much trouble.
Dickie, get on the ground right now!
When you play somebody that has the challenges that Dick had at that time, personally, I would be scared that I would disrespect the guy.
Right, but he's very honest about it. He knows what he did. It's many years in his past, and painful as it is to revisit, as it would be for anybody, he recognizes and is honest enough to know that, hey, that is part of the story. Through that downward spiral, hitting rock bottom, ending up in jail. He went down for 8 years, getting clean, best thing that could have happened to him, and then realizing it's no longer his time, you know, which was a huge thing because he'd grown up with everybody telling him, his sisters, his mother, it's him, it's him, it's him. He's the great savior of the family, and him ultimately having to tell them, you're wrong, it's not, it's Micky.
I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. Why are you talking?
I'm Charlene. We just met.
When I watch you play someone that's real, someone that you can spend time with, what are the challenges?
I learned long ago that in acting, fear of acting is innate and natural, and it will be there. So to worry too much about what you fear is not going to help you at all. I first sought Alice's approval. I seemed to get that from her. I then walked headlong into the role and could not have done it without so much of the costumes, the hair, the makeup, the seven sisters.
Is it scary playing somebody that literally can stand in front of you and, you know, because you're playing a real person.
I am playing a real person.
She's around.
She is. I know.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, you want to honor the truth of her experience, and at the same time, you have to also, you know that you are, there's a certain amount of dramatic interpretation that has to happen in an artistic license, and you hope that they understand that. And she was great, and she was really generous and very sweet. She wasn't a fan of my wardrobe, so I'm sorry, Charlene. I know that you didn't dress like that, and yeah. Because those fishnets, she really didn't like the fishnets.
She didn't like the fishnets? Oh, no.
It's all right.
I've seen every boxing movie ever made.
Right.
But, whether it's, Rocky, Raging Bull, The Champion, Body and Soul with John Garfield, The Setup with Robert Ryan, Requiem for a Heavyweight, The Hurricane, $1 Million Baby, I mean, you name it. I've seen them all, and they're all such great stories, I mean, the boxing world is fascinating. There's nothing, boxing is the sport. It's a sport in which all others aspire to be. There's nothing more difficult, more painstaking, and the rewards are usually not that much for the average fighter, and the risks are just so much higher than anything else. I mean, the after effects of boxing and a life of taking that kind of punishment. So every single boxer has a story.
I could see Mark's passion for it. This wasn't just going to be a gig for him. we knew, okay, like we want to do this, but we only want to do it if it's right. So we only want to get other people involved who really, really feel for this, because no one's getting paid for it at all. So you know, I didn't go into it going, oh, I know I'm going to have to make a transformation for this. I got into it going, this is going to be great, and then, damn, I've done it again. I've picked a part where I have to make a transformation, but it was necessary. Mark had to as well. You know, we had to play welterweights. Dickie had to be a crackhead at moments, but we were only shooting in 33 days, you know, so we didn't have a lot of time to get all of that done.
The struggle for me to get the movie made is very much mirrors Micky's struggle to get his life together and to go on and do the impossible.
You're Micky Ward. You're Micky Ward.